Hello friends, welcome back to Yoga with Paige, or welcome if you're new here. Today we have a nice gentle floor yoga sequence. So whether it is early in the morning or before bed, this is a great practice to gently wake up or ease yourself into sleep. We never really stand up, so it's not a ton of movement, just very gentle, easy stretches. So whenever you're ready, we can use a ton of floor space. I'm using this big, huge mat. This is not a normal size mat. So if you have extra space around you, maybe lay out a blanket or a rug so you can really just stretch out, move around, take up space, and enjoy. So whenever you're ready, we can get started. We start today coming into tabletop, just finding our foundation here, rooting through the tops of the feet, spreading through the fingers, feeling that space in between, pressing away from the mat. Gazing between the hands, feeling lengthening in the spine. Before we inhale to slightly drop the belly, feeling the stretch in the front of the throat. And exhale, round through the back, pressing away from the mat, tucking the chin. Inhale to lift the gaze. And exhale, drop the gaze, tucking the chin. One more round like this, making this even deeper, big exaggeration. Waking up through the spine. Returning back to neutral spine, sitting back on the heels. Lifting up through the crown of the head, taking just a moment here. Settling in, bringing the shoulders down the back. And we're going to plant the hands in front, cross at the ankles, and find our bound angle pose. Soles of the feet together. Does not matter the space that we have between our hips. We're just honoring wherever we are here. No matter how tight or open we are, just sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, feel the opening happening here, sending our awareness to the hips, to the lower back. One more deep breath, and on your next exhale, slowly walk the fingertips out, finding a nice, gentle forward fold. Letting your body tell you where and when to stop. Deep breaths. And gently walking the fingertips back, lifting the chest up. We're going to send the legs out, extending them long, toes pointing up. Staff pose. Inhale, lifting up through the crown, nice long spine, rolling the shoulders back. Sit bones are rooted in the mat. Holding here, one more breath, just connecting to your core, to your power, your center. And then slowly folding forward, walking the fingertips out towards the feet. We're going to open the legs wide, coming into a straddle. Opening up through the hips. If we want to keep a little bend in the knees, we can. Finding what feels good here. Then walking the fingertips forward, just opening up, keeping the chest nice and lifted. Active in the glutes, the quadriceps, keeping the knees and the toes pointed up and back. External rotation, maybe coming down onto the elbows if it feels good to you. One or two more breaths here. And then wherever we are, coming back up, sitting up nice and tall, taking that left foot into the right inner thigh and reaching over, side body stretch. Spiraling open, keeping the arm nice and long, reaching over the head, finding length. One more breath. Before exhaling to come back up and switch. Reaching the right hand over. Noticing these sensations. Honoring this process, this journey. And gently releasing, lifting the chest back up, sending both legs out in front, staff pose once again. Sitting up nice and tall. Then taking the right leg over the left, coming into a gentle twist. Breathing nice and deep, feeling the massage happening of the internal organs, the abdomen. Sending our awareness to this middle section of the body, the lower abdomen, the hips, the spine. Gently facing forward, coming into fire log pose, so bending that left knee, sitting up nice and tall, taking the fingertips, steepling them to the mat, feeling the stretch in the deep glutes. And on the next inhale, lifting the hands above the head. And exhale, cactusing the arms, drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus. Once more. Still feeling this in the outer glutes. Releasing the hands. Taking the hands behind the hips, windshield liberating the legs. Loosening them up. Releasing tension. Some mobile movements, dynamic movements before switching to the other side. So when we feel evened out here, we can extend both legs nice and long, staff pose. Taking one breath here. Before crossing the left leg over, finding our twist. Scanning our body once again. Just being mindful of ourselves. Noticing what comes up for us during these practices. One more deep breath. And exhale back through center, finding our fire log pose. Making our way there nice and gentle. Sitting up tall. Finding an area of tension, letting it melt away. One more breath here. And gently release. Going to come onto the knees. Inhale, lifting the hips up as well as the arms. Reach up above the head. Then exhale, drop the arms by the sides. We're going to find this part right above the bone, the fleshy part here. And we're going to just take a little back bend here. So just as far as feels good to you today. So inhale, send the pelvis forward, reach the elbows together, and just drop back as far as feels good. Maybe this is all we go for. Taking one more nice deep breath. And then exhale, gently come back up. Find the floor with the fingertips pressing back. We can either take Malasana, yogi squat, or we can take a little toe balance. Reaching the heels together, really opening the hips up wide here. Maybe lifting the fingertips off the floor. Connecting to our core, opening through the groins. Using our breath to help guide us, stabilize us. One more deep breath. And wherever we are, we're going to find a seat gently behind us. Boop. And taking that left leg underneath us, cradling the right shin into the chest. You get a deeper stretch the more we sit up and try to hug the ankle into the chest here. Really, you can feel it going all the way up to the knee. Not straining ourselves or forcing anything. Be finding a little rock. One more breath. And gently release to switch. Moving with care. Noticing how this one feels different. Maybe which one ever feels tighter. Noticing where we're at emotionally. How's this practice going for you? Rock my baby. One more breath. And gently releasing, crossing at the ankles, coming onto all fours, tabletop pose. Going to extend to the left leg out. The heel comes in line with that right knee. Inhale, lifting up, extend the arms long. And exhale, release the left hand to the leg, finding a side body stretch. One deep breath here. Then exhale, windmill the arms around. And coming into this little pigeon variation, we can keep the right leg right here, or we can turn the knee in more, but sending that left heel back, keeping the toes tucked. So we can easily come back, pivoting onto the foot. So if we want the shin in line, parallel with the mat, or we want to play with the ankle, that's your choice. We're here for another breath or two. Deep breath. And then we lift up, coming back into this little gate pose prep to bring that leg back in and switch sides. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, release, side body stretch. Deep breath here. Exhale, windmill around, taking our variation of this pose, whatever that is. Getting a beautiful stretch in the back of the leg, the calf. Feeling it up through the foot. And gently taking that leg up to meet the left, sending the hips back, child's pose. Reaching the fingertips forward, letting the forehead meet the mat. After taking a breath here, we can make our way onto our backs. Taking the knees into the chest. And then opening for happy baby, letting the legs fall where they want to. Wrapping peace fingers around big toes, or maybe holding onto the ankle or the shin. Just finding a moment of surrender here, a moment of peace. And gently taking the soles of the feet behind the sit bones. Arms find the mat, palms facing down. Exhale, we're going to press the sit bones, the pelvis up towards the sky, bridge pose. Squeezing nice and active in the legs. Coming up onto the shoulders, sending the pelvis up as high as we can. The knees knit together. Strong for 3, 2, 1. Release back down to the mat, crossing the right ankle over the left knee and taking the hands behind the left thigh. Both feet are flexed. Maybe we find a little rock here, massaging the lower back, feeling grounded by the mat. Big inhale and exhale to release and switch sides. Pulling the right leg into the chest. Finding gratitude for this practice today, for getting onto your mat. For doing great things for your body and your mind. One more breath. Exhale to release. Soles of the feet meet the mat. Knees hang together. They can knock together. We can let the palms face up. We just hang here for a few moments. Finding a little bit of softness, stillness. Releasing tension in the forehead and the jaw, and the upper shoulders, the neck. Taking deep breaths into the belly, noticing the flow, your natural state of being here. Just taking a few moments to be. Then whenever we're ready, we can gently bring the legs to one side, press up to a sitting position where we take one final breath together. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing with me today, for allowing me to be your guide. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again on the mat very soon, my friends. Namaste. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this practice. Comment your thoughts down below and subscribe if you're not already to never miss more daily free yoga classes.